I just came up with something I think is kind of genius, but so going back to Daniel Amen, who I know I've met and I've been part trained by. He had a thing that on average you have to ask somebody 10 times if they've had a traumatic brain. Have you ever had a concussion? No. Have you ever had traumatic brain injury? No. I'm not, I think that's twofold reason. One, they're not quite sure what that means when you're asking that, or how to kind of put that in diagnostic criteria. The second thing is the event itself is usually shrouded in some sort of memory loss. If you got a little swimmy and it was it was 30 years ago. Example, I was sitting in a screening, very good friend of mine. This screening had been going on for 2 hours, and we had asked her that question 6 times. Have you had a traumatic brain injury? And she said no. And then we asked her, have you suffered from complex trauma? And she says, I have. When I was a teenager, I went from the back seat through the windshield of a car. The driver was killed, broke all my teeth out, and landed in a field about 30 feet away. And I was like, I hate to tell you this, but I've already asked you that question 6 times. Yeah. But she could only identify it as psychological trauma. She was like, that's a traumatic brain injury. So when I work with people, I actually just switch the question. Instead of letting you determine, maybe I can help determine it for you.